I'm Dr. Hin Chung. I'm an optometrist here at the Indiana University School of Optometry. I teach mainly in the clinic where we see patients and teach students in patient care. I also teach here in the classroom, specifically in ocular anatomy and physiology. So the only safe way to directly look at the solar eclipse is with an eclipse viewer. So sometimes they come in a card kind of like this. Sometimes it's in a spectacle frame. What makes these filters different from other types of safety eyewear like sunglasses is that these filters only transmit a small percentage of light and radiation at a safe level for the eyes. Whereas sunglasses cannot achieve that level of filtering of light and radiation, and that will cause damage to your eyes. So you can think of the analogy of using like a magnifier and burning a piece of paper. A similar concept happens within our eyes. If you think about your eye as a camera, there's a lens in front of the eye that helps focus light to a point where then it forms an image on our retina, which is like the film of the camera. And so with the eye, it doesn't actually burn through thermal changes. It doesn't heat up and burn because it's a biological tissue. What actually happens is that the radiation causes damage at a molecular level to the cells in that area that's focusing that light. And it's that damage that then can cause either temporary or permanent changes to our vision. The only time that it is safe to view this eclipse is during totality, which lasts for about 4 minutes. That's when the sun is completely covered up by the moon. Other than that, outside of that period, it's called the partial phase. So anytime that there is a partial eclipse, that means part of the sun is showing through. During any of that period, you have to use the viewer or view the eclipse indirectly to be safe. So one way to check to make sure that your viewers are safe to use is if you're looking at the viewer itself, it should say ISO 12312. That's the international standard for a viewer that is safe for viewing the solar eclipse. Another way to check to make sure that the viewers are safe is just by looking at the filter itself. Check for any dents or scratches. If the paper is coming loose, if you see any scratches or dents, that filter should not be used and you should discard that and find a different one. If you're going to be purchasing your own viewers, what you can do is go on the American Astronomical Society website, and they have a list of vendors there that they have approved that actually have safe to use viewers. I would avoid any websites that are not on that list because there are some people that are selling fake viewers online. So even if it may look like it's a safe viewer, it may not be if it's not from one of the approved vendors from the list. So one way to tell that your solar filters are legit is if you look at any normal lighting in your environment, like fluorescent lightings here, if you look through it, you should see no light coming through. However, if you look at, say, like a reflection of the sun, either from like a shiny mirror or a piece of metal, you would see a tiny little reflection coming through this. You can also use your camera phone, turn on the flashlight, and put it over the filter. You should see a very small LED light through the filter. And that's how you know that it's legitimate. But if you look at just normal lighting around the house, if you can see a light coming through there, then those are not safe.